name is Neil. I'm 56 years old, and I'm about 3 weeks out from undergoing SI joint fusion surgery. Now you're asking yourself, okay, great, good for you. Why are you making this video? Well, the reason I'm making this video and the videos to follow is quite simply, I can't find any information about the recovery from this. I found tons of stuff about the hardware and the procedure they're going to use. I found out tons of stuff about spinal fusion. But there's very little out there about the SI joint fusion, so I thought maybe by sharing my journey with other people who are about to go through this themselves, maybe it'll make my journey a little bit easier. Plus, I'm a natural hand, so I'm an exhibitionist, so why not share this project with the world? And I apologize if I appear to be looking off into space, but the camera setup ain't the greatest, and I'll work on that in future videos. Okay, what is SI joint fusion? SI joint fusion is a process. The SI joint is the joint between the hip and the tailbone. In my case, I've been suffering from pain for a year and a half, both in the lower right, or lower left, I'm sorry, quadrant of my back, and pain radiating down my leg, sciatica type symptoms. After months and months and months of physical therapy, I was sent to a physiatrist who was able to use a CT scan that was done when I had an emergency appendectomy. And he located the problem that other doctors simply could not. And I'm suffering nerve impingement in my L5-S1 vertebrae from degenerative arthritis and arthritis in that SI joint. We have done so much to this point. For the L5-S1, I've had numerous cortisone injections and a nerve ablation where they go in and use RF energy to actually kill the nerves, which worked spectacularly. Then they did cortisone injections into the SI joint diagnostically to see if that's where the remaining problem was. Because I wasn't getting the shooting pains anymore, but I was still getting in the lower left quadrant quite a bit of pain. Especially, I do a physical job where I'm on my feet 8 hours a day, concrete, bending, lifting, twisting, and I'd come home at night in tears. It was just that bad. So they did the first injection into the SI joint. The relief was instantaneous. We knew we had found it. Back at the beginning of August, I felt the symptoms starting to come on again, so I asked for another shot. My insurance company, in their wisdom, put it off until the end of August, which by that time, it was just horrid, just horrid. They did the second injection. It didn't really have much of an effect, and the doctor confessed that, you know, as tight as that joint is with the arthritis, it just really, he can't be sure he got enough juice in there. So we went ahead and decided to, since I had also exhausted my Federal Medical Leave Act leave, that 12 weeks federally mandated, I had exhausted all of it in intermittent leave, that as of the beginning of August, or beginning of October, I'd been out on disability. And will be until my surgery November 6th. So that's the backstory here. If any of the numbers matter, I'm a 56-year-old male. I'm about 10 pounds, maybe 15 pounds overweight, over ideal weight. Type 2 diabetes, but that's controlled with medicine, diet, and exercise. And, you know, they tell me that the arthritis is genetic, but I haven't been kind to my body over the years, except for the last 5 or 6 years, and I just consider this part of paying the price. I'm going to go ahead and post a video in the comments of exactly the procedure I'll be undergoing. I welcome comments. I welcome suggestions, although I ask, please, nothing anecdotal. If you've gone through this procedure and you have some advice for me, outstanding. I can't wait to get it. If your uncle's friend's brother's cousin had the surgery, I need firsthand information. The other thing is, if you're contemplating this kind of surgery, feel free to contact me with any questions. I'll try to give as much backstory as I can in future videos. I'm trying to keep these things down to about 5-6 minutes a piece. That can be hard because I'm kind of chatty. But there you go. That's pretty much the backstory. I've been fighting this for a year and a half. I've had a number of orthopedic surgeries, so this isn't my first rodeo. I kind of know what's coming. And I'll go into that more in future videos. Right now I'm just kind of testing the waters and setting things up, and just kind of getting to know this thing. I've never done anything like this before, which anybody who will tell you who knows me is kind of surprised by that. I have done, I've written web blogs before, and so I have kind of an idea what I'm doing here, but not much. Anyway, I hope this video has been at least a decent start, and there'll be much more to come, and as I get more information, I will be sure to pass it along. Anyhow, have a great day, be good to each other, and we'll see you next time.